going on, YouTube? I'm back. Good news and bad news. Bad news first. I lied. I said I was going to put a bunch of shit out consistently. Didn't do that. Good news. I feel shitty about it. And now I'm about to start putting some shit out. I got a lot of content that I have worked on or recorded and edited, quote unquote, and should probably put out, but I haven't gotten there yet. But today I have the urge to put out a message to people who believe in me, who support me, who know me in passing and life, work and such, and all different avenues. In the spirit of transparency, I'm gonna try to do this in one take. We'll see how that goes. But the most important part is I've been working on trying to find my consistency again in creating things and find the spirit to believe in myself and do all this stuff and actually not doubt why people believe in me, which has been a real big struggle and a real hard thing for me to actually take hold of. We'll get into that a little later, but most importantly, thank you if you support me. Thank you for believing me, and Lord knows I'll never know why people believe me, but I gotta be doing something right. So I've been trying to hone in on that thought process and believe in that. But let's get into other things. So sports. If you know me, you know. Big Boston dude. Celtics are number one in the league. Also playing like ass. Breaking my heart every time I believe in them. But the boys getting it done. They busting ass this year. When they lose, it sucks because they're supposed to be the best team in the league, and they lose to some stupid, shitty teams with some real dumbass games. And boy, does it burn my goddamn soul. Patriots are obviously out the playoffs. They'll be okay next year, I hope. We riding that Joe Burrow train for sure. If your boy ever told you anything, is believe in Jackpot Joe until that boy is gone, because he be getting it done every time. Never doubt him, because Jackpot Joe gets it done. Brady who? It's going to be a real interesting week for football for sure, because you got San Fran and Eagles, which I know everybody likes to do the Brock Purdy thing, and he is a rookie. He hasn't lost yet. Best defense in the league. You picked up McCaffrey for a bag of chips. You got Debo. You got Kittle. San Fran does it every year. They make it to the playoffs and look really good, and then they play a good team finally, and they get their ass whooped. Do not believe in San Fran. If they had Garoppolo, if they had, I wouldn't even say Trey Lance, because I'm not a person who believes in rookie quarterbacks who haven't won. Burrow barely got it done when he was young last year. It was his second year maybe. I might be misspeaking, but Burrow really shouldn't have been there, and that's already iffy, and he lost. Brock Purdy is not for real. He's not that guy. He is not a good quarterback. He's a regular ass game manager who, if Dak Prescott wasn't the shittiest fake good quarterback of all time, Cowboys win. But they didn't, because the Cowboys always going Cowboys. Period. Always. Don't even know why I thought they would get it done. They could have, but didn't. Do not take San Fran. Take the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is a proven winner. He's a grinder. He gets it done. He had a shitty year last year, and he came back this year and is the best team in the league. Always believe in the proof, then the hype. Hype never lives up to it. Proof always has evidence. It's going to be a lot of bullshit that people are going to say, and I can guarantee you it'll be Eagles, Bengals, Super Bowl. Bengals win by a touchdown. Mark my word. Going on to everything else, there's a lot of new music that's coming out. Some that has already come out. Yachty put out a new little album mixtape thing. I don't even know what to really call it. It's alternative Tame Impala trippy music, and I respect the artistry of Yachty always, but also don't know if you can like take that at face value because sometimes just being creative doesn't always sound the best, and you really can't run too far with that. Like it's experimental albums are for artists who don't know their sound, and Yachty's old enough now to have either figured out what he can and can't do, or not just waste our time putting out albums and making money off music that's not really that good. This new one sounds pretty good. Trippie Redd put a new album out of huge, I think, what, 28, 27 songs. I liked most of it, but it also, there are a lot of songs that blended together. Like if you got on the crossfade on whatever app you were using, like some of the songs just you couldn't tell if you listened to one song or six. Like that's he also had features on all of but two songs, and I'm like, for it to be that feature heavy and not be that good, that's a little wild, just a little bit. There's a lot of music that's gonna come out. It's that time of year where music comes out, and you kind of you'll get some hit or misses. I'm always a fan of like September, October time because that's when all the good albums come out. We're in that slow period where we might get a good album in the next month. Rihanna's doing the Super Bowl. If we lucky, we'll get an album from her. If we lucky, and it better goddamn be good. Because right now I'm still riding the Sister Train. It's the best album that came out this year. Best album I've heard since JID or Smino's was good too. Can't even think of the last album I really liked that came out recently, but those. Music is kind of slow right now, so we'll see what happens. But, we got to kind of keep it going and hope the content stays consistent because this is the real slow time of year. And, if you're a person in Michigan like me, it's cold and you really are dying for something to be interested in. The best thing I've seen recently is The Last of Us has a show, and I completely missed that was a thing until I saw it on YouTube. Watched the first episode, and I have never seen a show follow the source material for a video game that detailed, and it is amazing. If they stick to what they're doing with like the first two episodes and keep it going and like follow that story, it will go down as the best thing HBO has ever created, and almost I can probably guarantee it'll be the best TV show that has come on TV, like until something else replaces it. But it's already in very, very good company where it's the best zombie show I've seen. The Walking Dead I held to very high regard until the last few seasons, which I'm sure if you watched it you saw it just went straight downhill. But you also like it's just so goddamn good. The writing that HBO puts into their shows is always phenomenal, but the effort that they always will reinforce and make sure before they put something out makes me believe that they have nothing but straight confidence and pure belief in like actual art and making sure the right people are working on a project and you're not just putting something out. Netflix puts out some great shows, but also put a lot of real shitty ass shows, and nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to see that where it's just a remake, a spin-off, or they're like taking an idea and kind of like trying to get freaky with it. Don't do that. If something is good, stick to it. The Last of Us is doing that 100% perfectly, and I love it. I cannot believe they actually remade that opening scene from the game with real people without making it look stupid or making it look fake. Like you could almost believe that like that's actually happening in real life. Like if you look out the window, you will see that happening. Love it. It was amazing. Great, great, great things they're doing over there. Inspires me every day to actually like finish and write, the books I want to write and stuff because it's amazing. Like the way the people are talking, the cadence in their voice, the conversations, the dialogue, it makes you feel like you really sit in the room with people that's going through this stuff. Oh my God, it's the kind of stuff I love. Greatest TV shows have that same exact feeling and emotion they put behind these shows because it's real and it's good. You can't not love it. going back to what I was talking about earlier, this is a real weird and awkward time of year for me because this is, I think, going on 4 years now. One of the worst days of my life happening, and I very rarely talk about what actually happened. I always give like a half-ass story or try to skip over it. But 4 years ago, I was doing a bunch of shit I shouldn't have been doing, hanging around people I shouldn't have been around, just walking that road that you never want to find yourself on. And I was enjoying it. It looked really good. It felt good. Everything was great. And all of a sudden, just like that, my whole life flipped and changed. Could not believe that it is all ended that quick. Like, I got arrested. The house I was living in got raided. There was a bunch of stuff happening. So many things unfolded in that moment and situation. I was doing all types of different things. I was, using different drugs, drinking a lot, not taking care of business, just putting myself in dumb situations, and had so many opportunities to better myself. And I always kept looking the other way because I always thought I had a little more time to keep doing this until I didn't want to do that. And that day changed my whole life because I remember the day I got out of jail, which I was only in for like 3 days for this particular thing, but I remember getting a brand new phone, and the first notification I saw was Kobe Bryant and others die in a helicopter crash. And I thought, this has got to be a joke. This has got to be like something that's not real, or people are just saying this. Very real. Very, very, very like scary to see that as the first thing you see when you've been in jail for 3 days. And it really made me think about how precious life is, how much time we don't have, and how quick you can just lose everything you've worked for. And honestly, I still haven't kind of gotten over that because I know personally that I can do so much and accomplish so many things because whenever I really put my brain to it or my mind to it, I'll knock it out. I'll get it done. But it's been hard to like actually find that comfort to believe in that again because I don't want to work hard for nothing. But something about knowing that Kobe is like what he was as a competitor, as a man, as a father, as a human. He never shied away from his flaws. He never shied away from his, mistakes. But he also, you could not shake his confidence in himself. And I saw a lot of myself in those moments because I'm the one of the people where you really can't tell me nothing. If I'm feeling good, you can't tell me shit. But if I'm feeling bad, then you can't tell me nothing good either. So it's been a constant battle of figuring that thought process out. And I just always kind of jump back to that this time of year because that's when like life took a real sharp turn and COVID happens and my grandmother passed away, and life just kind of got really, really shitty out of nowhere. And I was like, damn, I thought I had it all, and I really didn't have anything. So it was crazy to kind of like process all that. And I've done so much since then to rebuild my life and get myself in a better place and to not have to worry about if I'm doing something wrong. Like, because now I did the hard work. I'm not taking a shortcut anymore. I'm actually like doing things. And I still haven't gotten past this like feeling that the more I do, the worse it's gonna feel when somebody snatches that rug from under me. Yeah, it's really a dumb thought process because I did so much and accomplished so much when I didn't have half the things I got right now. Didn't have a car, didn't have a good job, didn't have stability. I worked so hard to do so many things that almost seemed like it never really happened now, but I felt good about it. Now it's I don't know. I hope somebody hears this and like because I'm not talking to 1,000 people right now, so I'm using this as like a self therapy thing, so that's cool. But I would love to figure out what piece of my brain that just does not get that it's okay. Like things are gonna be okay. It's okay to just go to work and build a future and not worry about what's actually about to happen next. Like just take care of business. But I ride the middle on that kind of like thought process a lot, and it honestly kind of like makes me really like sad because I feel like I'm robbing myself of like happiness and success by not fully believing in what I can do, or even like not even understanding what I can't do. But I know I'm prone to using other people as like a sponge or as like a just pouring myself into other people so I can like distract myself. And I've even seen how that's becoming very like toxic and like, negative towards me because I particularly towards like women I like have feelings for, like I like harp on them and make and try to do stuff for them, but also feel like I'm getting like shortchanged or like not treated right because I'm not getting that back immediately, and it's not even like really their fault. Like it's and it's weird. Like I'm trying to like say this out loud as I'm thinking about it now because I hate how misunderstood I've made myself on purpose when I'm so good at explaining shit up until I get to these kind of like topics because it's like what do you do when you actually got to like smell your own shit? Like you're not used to doing that. But this is a thought process. I hope as fans and listeners, you guys are all right with me. And if you know something, make some comments and tell me because I'm open ears. So much people don't think I am, but I really want to get myself to a place where I can like comfortably create again, and then also like just wake up and feel good about everything. Like it's I don't know where my brain got so comfortable. Like I rather struggle than succeed now. Because at least when you struggle, when I'm struggling, I got a goal that I just got to like achieve it and knock it out. Having success and stability is terrifying because the more you have, the more you got to lose. And I've been sitting on that rock for some years now. And, I turned 30 this year, so I got to figure it out. I hope by this year. But comment on that, like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Lee.Slit. Uh, I hope this isn't the last thing you see for a little while. I'm going to try to keep myself going and hopefully put some content out other than like, some blank YouTube Call of Duty videos. I got so much stuff I got to put out for you guys. I got a lot of things, a lot of ideas that I really believe in. And I'm going to keep trying to put out something just, where you see my face and I can talk to you. And if you see me in person, G check me and make sure like where that shit at. Like, because I got some fire for y'all. And y'all know, once you get me going, I don't shut the hell up. So, like and subscribe. Holla at your boy. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And I'm going to see y'all next time. It's your boy Slit. Be out.